Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. It was the greatest day of my life. There were children swimming in the sea, boys climbing up. By the time we actually got to the shore, we were so low in the water we thought we might sink. But we made it. Allah knows best. We were only supposed to stay 5 days. But 5 days later, I found myself doing another extraordinarily strange thing. Instead of getting on the boats to go home to my young children aged 3 and 5 years old, I was waving the boats off. And I couldn't figure out why. But you know what month it was? It was Ramadan. And a voice in my head said, don't get on the boats. But 2 days later I tried to leave. I went to the Rafah crossing, which is the crossing between Egypt and Palestine. And I went with my British passport and I showed it to the Mubarak guard, and he said, you're Lauren Booth, you're not going anywhere, go back to Gaza. I said, what do you mean? I've got a British passport, I can go anywhere. He said, no, Israel doesn't want you to leave. Israel says, go and live with your Palestinian friends. I felt as if I'd been in an elevator 120 floors and come down like that. I said to him, I thought this was the Egyptian-Palestinian border. He went, nah, you'd think. And I went back, not knowing if I would ever see my children again. And since then, not a day goes by that I don't thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing me 4 weeks, the whole of Ramadan, with the best people alive in the Ummah today. Subhanallah. With all the hardships and all the hungers, you feel Islam every minute that you're alive in Gaza. One night, at iftar time, I was sent to the Rafah refugee camp with some meat. Rafah, where Faris Ode came from. You see how Allah works? And I knocked on the door of a garage. They're such terrible places to live. They're just cement 4 walls with bullet holes in them and nothing inside. And I knocked on the door, and the woman of the house answered the door like this. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fadal, fadal. She had the most beautiful smile I've ever seen in my life. She had a radiance that I had never experienced before, and the brightest eyes. And I thought, maybe behind her is the Taj Mahal. Maybe a genie in the bottle has made this different from the other hovels, and there's something special in there, because she's so happy with whatever is inside. And when I went inside, nothing. Nothing. A rug on the floor, and what their iftar would have been without a visit from a stranger, a plate of leaves, and some hummus and some pita. For 15. I sat down and I felt really angry. I felt fury at Islam. I felt fury at the idea of people going hungry because a God was punishing them. And I said to her, why do you fast in Ramadan? You're already hungry, and now you're being hungrier for 30 days. Why do you do without water? You haven't got clean water. You haven't even got a tap here. What's the point? You say your God